Welcome down to the Malted Man Cave. I'm Keith.
And I'm Dave.
Tonight we're reviewing a Craigellachie.
Craigellachie!
Alright, so we're back, and as I said, tonight we're going to be reviewing a Craigellachie. Craigellachie 23, courtesy of Mike from Mike's, actually, I about said Mike's Whiskey Review, but they actually recently changed it to Top Shelf Whiskey.
Oh, nice.
If you guys aren't subscribed, go check it out. Dustin is actually, I think,
been so busy.
A permanent member there now. A good friend of mine that I get together with. We drink. He's down in Cincinnati.
Dustin.
Become one.
Two dragons.
Top Shelf. They are ballers, man. They probably spend like $50,000 a year on whiskey. Must be nice. Must be nice.
We just need to give away our children.
And our wives. And our houses.
Hey, let's go live in a
Worth it.
subdivision
Just
somewhere
kidding.
together.
Just kidding, Lindsay.
Are we?
All right, so tonight we're doing...
Lindsay's like, deal!
She doesn't watch it. I assure you that she does not watch this far into a video ever. So tonight we're doing Craigellachie 23. Do you remember when we did Craigellachie 23?
Yeah, I do.
Craigellachie 13?
I do, and I enjoyed it.
Yep,
So I'm looking forward to this one.
So this is matured in...
Thank you, Mike.
Everything I look, it looks like it's all American Oak Castle Bourbon Cask.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a check already for you. It's comes in at 46% ABV. It is not chill filtered, no color added. I believe the distillery started in 1891. It is located in the village of Craigellachie, very close to Aberlour. You remember the old Abuna?
The old Abuna. Yes, I do.
So, anything else I want to say about this whiskey? Craigellachie is kind of known. They use worm tubs. So for those of you who don't know, worm tubs is a type of condenser. So after you have the stills, the wash still, the spirit still, and then it comes off the line arm. After that, it goes through a condenser. And it's basically bronze piping that actually cools it, and then it kind of goes back, the vapors go back into alcohol.
Nice.
And so worm tubs, do you remember what they are?
They're like squiggles, right?
Yeah, it looks like a little
worm.
Little worm. And they're kind of like typically in like a pool of cool water. Yeah. And actually, I was confused at first. I thought that the process actually there was more contact with copper than usual, but actually it's less than typical condensers. So for some reason, the fact that there's less contact actually means that it gets a more of a meaty, sulfury, more old-fashioned taste to it. So we shall see.
Yeah, I love that you self-corrected and you went from bronze to copper.
I've been watching Poldark.
I know.
I've been watching Poldark
out there.
A great PBS special where they do mining.
Hey guys, look! I just invented the wheel. Hey guys, I just invented whiskey.
So again, all bourbon casks. Anything else I want to say about this whiskey?
No,
I don't think so.
Let's get into it.
So without further ado, let's get into some whiskey. I want a little bit more.
Down.
Oh, I may need that.
Down into the belly.
I may need to pour you some more on mine.
No, nonsense. Oh, perfect amount.
Oh, yeah.
Give it to... It's my favorite part.
All right. What do you get on the schnoz?
Let's dip it. Let's dip that beak in.
Oh,
by the way, P.S. I'm going in unprepared.
Yeah, no notes, no David.
This is the first time I've dipped
this
this big old cartilage sack.
It reminds me a lot of Klein Leash, and that's why I love it. Most people that watch the channel know that I love Klein Leash.
So it definitely bourbon influence, but I think the dark fruits and the sweetness of some of that wine influence is definitely there for me.
Golden honey, vanilla, lemon drops. Like, remember the lemon drops that had like the powdered sugar on them?
So
apples, pears.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, reminds me again of like
Oh my
those
goodness.
apple strudels, or like a
Yes,
breakfast.
cinnamon, but like a sugary
Yep.
apples
Yep,
strudel
an apple strudel.
with a little bit of even the. That's the best
Some
part
of the
about the toaster
cream.
strudel is that
Yeah.
like that white frosting.
Yep, some of that white cream
My
frosting.
family used to get so mad at me because you know you have 6.
You had
and
a
then
packet
they
for
have
one-
6,
yeah, yeah.
and I'd always like take 2 and like suck.
Oh,
I don't know where the other one is. Oh my goodness, man! I typically, obviously, I love bourbon maturation.
Mm-hmm.
Lately, I've been in the mood just for like just some hardcore like Glendronach sherry casks, you know, or you just even like some bourbon like Elijah Craig 12, just that vanilla cheesecake. I don't know, man, but these bourbon casks are on point, man. They're so good.
Yeah, I wish they would release like what they did use. That'd probably be too much info.
Vanilla candle wax. There's like a vanilla
There is
waxy.
a
That's why
waxy
it
feel to
reminds
it.
me. You know, it's probably the worm tubs getting that more meaty, sulfury. Slightest hint of like metallic / sulfur. Maybe even a little meaty like pork chops. Just way in the background, way behind all like the honey and the fruit and the.
So I get a little bit of. There's this certain kind of yogurt that I love. It's called Noosa, and they have this lemon yogurt, and it's a Greek yogurt. It's really high fat content. Just reminds me of just like a really fatty yogurt. The creaminess of it.
Yeah, it's so creamy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But it's got a little bit of a
Maybe
a little bit of a
peaches and
bite,
cream?
which is like that. I don't know, that medicine kind of feel.
Yeah,
to
there
it.
is a little
Whatever
like
that.
herbaceous.
Yeah, there you go. It's not
Like
it's not
herbs.
like a cough drop. It's like what you would
Parsley,
experience.
herb, some
Yeah,
kind of
there
like
you go.
green leafy herb.
Yep.
Herb.
Herb.
But it's so candied.
Yeah. Some really good floral notes on it for me too.
Yep. One thing that I get a lot with Ben Rennie's, Craigellachie, and a couple other kind of whiskeys, Highland whiskeys, there is this cucumber, like remember like water, you know,
Yeah.
at weddings you use
Yeah.
like water,
Cucumber water.
cucumber water.
Yeah. But it's almost like it's sweeter than cucumber water. It's like strawberry water.
Mm-hmm. There is a little like strawberry, like light strawberry jam.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So good. All right, I already cheated. I already got.
All right.
Let me wet that whistle with the.
I immediately get peaches and cream.
Peaches
They're
and
talking about
cream.
creamy, that creamy note,
Da-da-da-da-da.
vanilla wax. You know?
Right.
I was so shocked by how much I like this. It is delicious.
Okay, so that strawberry is definitely there. That waxy's there. Definitely reminds me. It gives me that wax lip toy thing from back in the day. Waxy is not it's not like a. It's like you want it to coat. You want that wax to dry on that tongue.
Do you enjoy the waxiness?
Yeah. I think anytime you get sort of a texture to a
That's
smooth
different?
wicket, yeah.
Because I remember, like, I feel like if I was new to whiskey and I heard people describing like waxing, I'm like, I don't know about that.
So it's not like you're eating wax, though. That's
But
the
then it's got the sweetness, like vanilla wax
and any.
and candied.
I mean, you just don't experience that with a vodka or a
Jose Cuervo.
Whiskey. I mean, do you agree whiskey is the best alcohol?
Bourbon.
Well, that is whiskey.
Only bourbon.
We're going to cut that out.
No, I was trying
Whiskey
to.
is bourbon.
No, I'm trying to think.
Bourbon is
I was
whiskey.
trying to think of. I like beer. I think I like beer the best.
More than whiskey?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. No, you can leave this all in. I was thinking because it's very close, but if I had to choose between the two, I would, if I was like, Dave, Desert Island, what are you stocked with? Give me some cold beer, man.
Really?
Actually, warm beer too. I'm German.
You're crazy.
No, but see, you're underestimating my love for spirits in general. I have plenty of room in this heart for whiskey and bourbon, and I mean sometimes vodka's good in certain aspects.
It's just so plain.
I know, but like if you're doing like a fancy drink, yeah.
You have to add stuff to it. I'm just talking about the of itself.
Unless you got a purpose that evening to get things done quick. Yeah.
So I get this like golden like just barley sugar note.
I feel like it just killed you by telling you that I like beer.
Yeah, that hurt me a little inside. I just didn't think you were. I thought you liked.
Oh, dude, I love whiskey. I love it all. Except for wine.
I sure like wine.
Yeah.
You sure like it.
I do. I can in moderation. How about that? But if I'm gonna be sitting drinking something, it's either this or a beer.
Anything else you get on the palate?
We're gonna get canceled now that everybody knows.
The secret's out.
The secret's out. So on the palate also to go with, it really reminds me of like just concession food in general. It's got concession like elephant ears and powdered sugar and just all of those
sweets and confectionery.
Yeah, it reminds me
powdered
of
sugar. There's lemon drops again.
The waxiness gives me a little bit of the saltwater taffy feel to it. It's nice, man.
So much just a candy shop, yeah. Like apple strudels again, cinnamon, nutmeg, vanilla candle wax, peaches and cream, strawberry, like almost like I like mambas, and my favorite is like the strawberry and the raspberry flavored mambas. They're kind of like a Starburst for those of you who don't know. I kind of get that a little bit.
I've never had a mamba. Is it kind of like a now and later, or is it more like a?
It's soft.
It's soft.
All right, what about finish?
So I think the finish is probably the weakest of the three for me.
It's 46%, so it's not.
Okay, so there you go.
Okay, it's not.
That is where you get it. That's where you feel that 46%.
But I feel like at cast strength, this would be a full. I mean, it's waxy, it's meaty, it's got that pork chop in the background a little bit, sulfury a little bit, but it's just 46. It's just a little thinner because we're used to cast strength a lot of times.
Pork chop is it does have a very
like an aftertaste of pork
umami, meaty, little salt feeling.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Some of that herb. Is there that lemon lime citrus a little bit?
I'm at like a medium. It's not long.
No.
It's not super short either because that waxiness.
No, medium long is how I would put it. Some of the notes do last.
At cast strength, though, man, this would be fantastic. So, Malted Man Cave Mark, what are you going to give it?
I really enjoyed this.
It's delicious.
So, I think Mike has like hit my bell the last three. So, I guess Mike and company, Dustin. I'm going to give it a Malted Man Cave Mark of a 90.
I swear you always pick I'm going with a 90.
90?
Yeah.
Boom.
Almost a 91. Like that.
Dude, I was struggling.
Just because I don't typically...
Cast strength, 92.
Yeah. Maybe even higher at cast strength.
Who knows?
This is incredible.
Pull it out early.
Like this really surprised me with how much I like it because I don't know, like I said, I've been like just really loving like Burgundy mature, just rich or sherry or just whatever. But man, these bourbon casks were delicious. And it just reminds me a lot of Klein Leases that I love. So 90 out of, you know what? I'm gonna go up one. 90.5.
90.5.
All right.
Pointer.
So Malted Man Cave Mark, 90.5 for me, 90 for Dave.
90 for me.
All right, question of the night.
All right, so Super Bowl just happened. Baby goat versus goat. Question is, do we actually think that Tom Brady is the greatest of all time when it comes to football? We've had, 100 and some years of football. Thoughts on greatest of all time?
So tell you what,
7 chips,
Peyton Manning,
10 visits.
just Tom Brady, there's times I'm like, if Peyton Manning was on the Patriots team, I feel like he would probably be doing just as much. But you know what, man? Tom Brady's the greatest. He just is. What he did at 43 years old, and yeah, Tampa Bay had a lot of weapons, and yeah, Tampa Bay had a great defense that just balled out, especially in the second half when they just poor Mahomes, man. I felt bad for him. I really did, but not too bad because he's gonna get plenty of Super Bowls in the future.
Have you seen the John Boy of the lip reading?
No.
He goes through and figures out exactly what Tom's saying, and he's like, "I'm going after you, I'm going after you."
Really?
And then he's like, "I went after you."
Dude, Tom Brady's the greatest, man. I'm sorry. I didn't get to watch, some of the older quarterbacks back in the day.
Yeah.
But any quarterback I've seen, he's the greatest.
So some of the devil's advocate that I've seen is Peyton Manning accuracy, the completion percentages. Basically, on paper, Peyton Manning is the better quarterback. With that being said,
but coulda, shoulda, woulda, though, man. You got to do it. You got to win.
That being said, Peyton Manning was geared up in Indianapolis, had some of the best receivers ever, Hall of Famers. One ring.
Did you only get one?
One out of Indianapolis.
He got one in
Denver.
One in Denver.
In Denver, that was not his
all
ring.
Defense.
All defense. Yeah.
That's Von Miller.
Brady, how many MVPs? Super Bowl MVPs?
5.
5. So out of 7 trips or 7 wins, 5 of those he was the best player on his team or had the most impact.
Now he's actually it used to be it's Belichick or it's the New England system.
No,
he just traded. He went to another team and then did it.
It's the TB12 system. And did you see where
the TB12 system?
Did you see where I forget who it was? Number 12 from last year. Brady was coming on. Brady's like, "Dude, I'll take another number." And the dude's like, "No, TB12."
Oh, really?
Yeah, TB12, man. You're.
He seems like a good guy. Like back in the day, I didn't really like him because I was like, no one deserves that.
Oh, I still don't. So if Cleveland's playing him, if Bengals are playing him,
I'd be rooting for. But in the past, I used to really not like him because I was like, no one deserves that much good fortune, right? No one deserves to have that much good things in life. Married to Giselle, good looking, 6, 7 Super Bowls.
43 looks like he's 33.
No one deserves to have that good of a life, but man, he does seem like he's a nice guy.
Yeah. Dude, did you see him crunked?
No.
He threw the Lombardi trophy from one boat to another boat. And his teammates are on the other boat and they're like, "No!"
He's like, "I'll do it if I want to."
And there's 6 different camera angles. And that trophy's gotta be 40 pounds, 30 pounds? And he throws it from out in the middle of the ocean.
But you know the funny thing is,
they're out in the middle of the ocean.
TB12's got enough money to get a submarine and go down and get it if he drops it.
TB12 will go in and grab it.
TB12.
Speaking of that, I just thought of Brady coming up out of the ocean with it. And it reminded me of Keith and I having lifeguard testing, and Keith failed because the brick test.
Well, remember why?
Yeah.
I had just been hurt in basketball, so my hip adductors were hurt.
Yeah.
What did I do?
So they're like, the test was we had to tread water and we had to hold a brick above our hands, and the brick couldn't go below the water. And
I had just got done getting hurt in basketball. My adductors
this lady kind of that was given the test, kind of razzed Keith, you got to do it the right way or something. And so then Keith was like, "Bullshit.
I'm gonna show her.
And he started treading water like as fast as he could, and he was pumping the brick with one hand, and she failed him because he was holding it with one hand and the rule was two hands. And you were like,
It was impressive.
that was impressive. What? His like half his body was like out of the water. He was like Poseidon. Oh man.
It's because my left side was hurting and I couldn't do it as much on the left side.
Yeah, and she was like, I don't know, I forget what she said something about you not doing it or not treading the right way or whatever.
I'm like, why does it matter? I can like look what I'm doing without.
We were supposed to cross our legs a certain way, and you weren't doing it that way, and so yeah. Oh man. Anyways,
TB12 is the greatest.
TB12 GOAT.
Craigellachie 23 is
It's pretty
dang
close.
good.
It's pretty goat.
Malted Man Cave approved. Please
Baby
like,
goat.
subscribe,
Yeah.
hit the notification bell, and remember, Scotch is good.